What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. And in this video, we're going to talk about the most overlooked strategy to get more sales with Facebook ads. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in.
All right, so today we're going to go over one of the most overlooked things, if not the most overlooked thing that I have seen on Facebook ads or in Facebook ads. I see this all the time when I do an audit on Facebook ad accounts. I've seen it even done from some of these huge agencies that claim to be spending all these millions and stuff like that. And if you overlook this, you're leaving the real MVP out of the picture and you're leaving a lot of money under the table. So let me explain. So as you guys know, there's three parts to a funnel. You have your top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. Now, here's where some of you get confused. A lot of people get the bottom of the funnel and the middle of the funnel mixed up. The middle of the funnel is what's going to pick up all of your slack when your top of the funnel is not working. What do I mean when it's not working? So right now is December 14th, and everybody's starting to dump all their budgets because of Christmas as of like a few days ago, right? So obviously your top of the funnel is getting very, very, very expensive to get, conversions. So this is when your middle of the funnel comes in and sweeps up and picks up all the people that are not purchasing up front. So I want you to look at these numbers, right? And right here, you can see my middle of the funnel. Look at that, 169 purchases, right? Look at all that data, right? And look at the top of the funnel right here. This top of the funnel right here. You have 256 purchases, 272,000 reach, and $27 per purchase, right? In the past 14 days, since December 1st. Imagine if I would have done what most of you do is not have a middle of the funnel at all and just ran a DPA retargeting campaign for it by itself. Sure, the DPA campaign is doing fantastic, 316 purchases, right? But look at my frequency, 21.89. And look, if I would have done that and not had a middle of the funnel, I would have literally left 169 sales up for grabs by somebody else because I didn't set up a middle of the funnel campaign properly. So let me show you how I like to set up my middle of the funnel campaigns and give you some ideas of what you should be doing in order to maximize your profits. So let's go into this campaign right here. So we're going to click on my engagement, that's what I'm calling my middle of the funnel. And as you guys can see, I already turned off my 30-day engagement, Facebook engagement, just because the numbers weren't there. It was too expensive, 53, 57. But I have a 30-day Instagram engagement. I have a 30-day website visitors, and I have a 30-day 10-second video views. All right, that's just the tip of the iceberg. All right, I'm getting ready to scale this account so we can hit Christmas hard. And so some of you might be asking yourself, it's like, well, what else should I be hitting? What should I be doing? Right? So let me give you some ideas. If we go to audiences right here, we go to your audience manager, go to create audiences, go to custom audiences. And when you go in here, you have your Facebook page and you have your Instagram account. So what's considered middle of the funnel? A middle of the funnel is any type of engagement with your assets, whether it's your website, a certain page, your Instagram, your ads, anything like that. So look at the options that you have here. You have everyone who has engaged with your page, that can be an audience. Anyone who visited your page, people who engage with any post or ad, people who clicked any call to action button, like your shop now, your learn more. If they're clicking on that, they're interested. You should be taking advantage of that. People who sent a message to the page, people who saved your page or any post, all right? So one thing you can do is you can start with 365 if it's a brand new account. But if it's not, guess what? You can do 180 days, you can do 60 days, you can do 90 days, right? You can do 14 days, you can do 7 days, right? If you want to hit different pockets of the audience and you want to exclude and you want to get really segmented and you really want to segment those people. right? So the combinations are endless for your middle of the funnel. And if you're not hitting these audiences, you're leaving money on the table. If you can get crafty with it, you can do anything who's visited your page and everyone who clicked a call to action. So I just want people who clicked my call to action button and actually visited the page. It didn't bounce out, right? And you can match the days and create an audience out of that. And that's our Facebook page. So that's some ideas for your Facebook page. For your Instagram account, you can do the same. You can go to Instagram, right? And you can do everyone who has engaged with your professional account, anyone who has visited your professional account profile, people who have engaged with your any post or ad, people who sent a message to your professional account, people who saved any post or ad. Okay, this is, again, considered middle of the funnel audiences that you can reach out to. So that's some ideas right there. There's other audiences you can that are considered middle of the funnel, right? That's going to be our video, right? So as you guys know, you can do people who view the last 3 seconds of it, at least 3 seconds of your video. People who view 10 seconds. I'd rather do 10 seconds than 3 because if they go past 3, that means that they want to see what's going on, right? They're actually engaged with the video. A lot of times Facebook's going to count the first 3 seconds just because they scroll through it. So I always recommend go with 10. If you want to do 3, test both if you don't have enough data and see what happens. People who either completed or viewed at least 15 seconds of your video, that's considered through play, right? Because the average person on Facebook used 15 seconds, all right? And then you have 25%, 50%, 75%, 95%. So those are ideas for video views. Another one that a lot of you overlook in the middle of the funnel is your email audiences. So if you're using something like Klaviyo, you can, segment your audiences based on engagement in your email. Those are people that trust your brand already. They should be in your middle of the funnel. Remember, top of the funnel is for people who have never, ever, ever, ever heard of you or your brand. So you can segment that out by your VIP customers, right? You can segment that out by engaged, people who have engaged with your list. Potential purchases who are engaging with your list, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet. Repeat buyers, people who buy from you all the time. That's a golden audience right there, right? Your main list, your whole list. You can, show ads to the whole list all day long. They're in your list for a reason. They trust your brand. They like your brand. Another type of audiences that you guys can do, you can go in here into custom audiences and you can create something based on your URL. What do I mean by that? You can select a specific web page. And this is where a lot of you guys make the mistake that if you're not using DPA, dynamic product audiences, you just create a URL audience and then retarget them with your retargeting ad of like, come back and buy from us or whatever, right? I get that, but that should really be at the middle of your funnel. At the bottom of your funnel, you should let the DPA, the dynamic product ads, pick up the slack. So here you can, let's say you're selling a hoodie, right? You put your hoodie there as the keyword, right? Build an audience out of that, and you can use that audience to retarget them. And it doesn't have to be 30 days. It can be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180, 365, whatever. You can create a million pools of different audiences out of that. You can create, and of course, you can later create lookalikes for your top of the funnel. But let's say you wanna take advantage in the middle of the funnel, not only the people that visited that page or that collection, but the ones that are most likely to pull the trigger. Well, guess what? Refine it by, by the time spent on that actual collection or that actual product page, right? So choose your top 25%, mix it by the same amount of days, and then craft your copy to talk directly to that audience. Hey, we saw you were looking at our hoodie and you actually read up and down, but you didn't pull the trigger. What's up with that? Take advantage of our great, fantastic deal today. And then if for some reason they don't take advantage of the deal that day, guess what? You have your dynamic product ad, you have your DPA picking up the slack on the back, right? So you can do that as well. I mean, you can get super, super duper crafty with the selections that you have here for the middle of the funnel, right? So you can do, people who added the payment info and who refined by, URL parameter and then pick your hoodie collection, right? So they looked at the hoodie collection and they added payment, but they didn't pull the trigger. You can change this to initiate checkout, right? Whatever, just pick one. and then talk directly to them. It's all about crafting that message directly to that person, right? This is not 2012 Facebook ads. This is not 2013 Facebook ads where you just put your product out there at the top of the funnel and be like, buy my stuff, and people will just buy it. Guys, you got to step up your game. You're competing against huge brands nowadays, and now this whole pandemic happened, everybody's dumping huge budgets, and it's a lot more expensive to acquire that customer at the top. So let your top of the funnel right here, look at your top of the funnel. Right now, I'm using actually cost caps at top of the funnel so I can control the cost because they're like literally skyrocketing because of Christmas. So if my top of the funnel is not picking it up, I want to make sure that the bottom of the funnel is doing the hard work for me. Because again, look at this. If I didn't have a middle of the funnel set up like I've seen a million times of you do and other agencies do, you're living, how much money is in there? That's a lot of money. That's $5,000. $5,000 in sales, man. That's a lot of money. So make sure you always have a middle of the funnel set up, and then let the DPA retargeting pick up your slack.
Guys, if you like that video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Help support the channel. And if you want to keep learning about Facebook ads, digital marketing in general, make sure to click one of the boxes right above me. And I will see you guys in the next video.